we got some 1FC Muay Thai. We got a 23-year-old versus a 28-year-old in the catchweight, or what seems like strawweight division of 117 pounds. Same thing, but we got Nongchamp versus Yoddoi. And yeah, we're just going to go with it. 23-year-old versus a 28-year-old Thai, 5'4", 5'3", an average Thai man. And we're just going to see how it plays out. I haven't seen either one of these guys fight before. Maybe Nongchamp. I'm still learning a lot of like the more modern Thai fighters, like we all are, being promoted by one. Yeah, he's a short individual, 5'3" and 5'4". If you don't appreciate these shorter guys fighting, then you shouldn't really be following this sport. Because, man, a good short guy, lightweight fight, you know there's going to be speed, you know there's going to be footwork, you know there's going to be explosiveness, you know there's going to be some crazy combination work. Because these guys all have to have it. There's no other option. If you're not, then your opponent is, and you're going to be destroyed. So they got to be more skilled than most of the heavier weight classes. 56 and 18. It's not a bad record. All right. Yoddoi. Yeah, 76 and 18, or rather 76% win percentage. Not bad at all. Again, similar win rate for Nongchamp. We're about to see some good Muay Thai. Thank you, 1FC, for putting up these fights. There we go. That ref's always no joke. I love her work. Alright, let's do it. We're going to see lots of combination work, a little bit of feeling out. We got two Thais fighting each other. Usually not that aggressive in the first round. That is almost the going standard for Thais when it comes to the first round of Muay Thai. But it looks like Yoddoi is already a little bit more aggressive than most Thais would be in the first round. All right, he's initiating some... Oh! Swept the foot out on him. Barely had a chance to take a step before he kicked out the inside of his leg. Oh, we got an open stance matchup too. Just noticed that. It looks like Nongchamp is a southpaw. All right, with a power inside low kick. It's probably one of his specialty techniques. Times that as his opponents are stepping in. All right, screws up their rhythm. Keeps his lead deep in the way to maintain a little bit of space. It seems like Yoddoi wants to close that space. Nongchamp wants to counter him as he does. They're similar heights enough, though. It's not like height and reach is really that much of a factor when it comes to this fight. But stylistically, it seems like one likes to fight longer, one likes to fight on the inside. Oh, we get the short tug up. That's when you know he's feeling it. Oh, beautiful 1-2 from Nongchamp. All right, just sneaking those punches in. Yeah, he fades back. All right, little pull counter with the cross. Countered over top of his cross from Yoddoi. Damn, both guys just putting pressure on each other. All right, staying in each other's faces the entire time. Whoop. Looked like he just fell off his feet, really overextending on a punch, which isn't a great sign. All right, he's probably going to be leading himself into a counter pretty soon if he keeps overreacting with his punches like that and not setting them up a little bit more thoughtfully. So that seems to be Nongchamp's entire game plan here, is to counter, counter, counter. Well, but now Nongchamp's got the same problem. All right, throwing himself off his feet with punches. Both these guys are walking on skates. Oh! Jesus! Oh, he's done. You're doing a count on that? He's asleep. What the hell did he hit him with? There was like a little hook on the inside, just as he stuck his chin up in the air. We're going to watch that back in slow motion. Man, Nongchamp's power is through the roof. That was pretty sweet. barely even realized he got knocked out. Right? It seemed like such a weird position for that to happen in. And the way that he went down, it didn't seem like he was completely out cold until he hit the mat. Shit! Let's watch that back. Alright, and that's exactly what I was talking about there. That was exactly what I was talking about there. Well, it was a jab. Weird. Alright, so we see Yoddoi closing the distance a little bit too aggressively and runs straight into Nongchamp's jab. Sorry. Straight into, or rather his cross. He's southpaw. And he's trying to counter again with an uppercut. But man, look at the beautiful form on that jab. Could you see a better jab in fighting than this right here? Look how linear it is. His arm is perfectly extended, right? His entire body is through that strike. You can see the structure down his arm into the back leg, right? Everything's perfectly aligned and it's going right through Nongchamp's face, right? Puts him to sleep with a jab, right? As that uppercut's coming in, look at that huge telegraph, that giant drop. Alright, and sticks a jab right into his chin. Oh shit. Did he really hit him that? It punched him in the throat. So he seems to be awake in that moment, like he's like writhing in pain. And then he goes down and he kind of goes to sleep. Is that a... Did he just fake... I don't want to accuse him of faking that, but that seems a little suspect, if you ask me. The way that he just got knocked out did not seem like it would have knocked out a lot of other people. Like, it barely hits his chin. Like, let's even slow that down. Is that legit? Or did we just get scammed? Because watching this back in slow motion, I can't help but think that Yoddoi kind of threw in the towel. It looked like he sort of gave up there, as if he was paid off. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but okay, like, that knocked him out. That knocked him out. Can we think about what we just watched? Because that does not seem like it would knock out 90% of men in fighting. Like, the timing was perfect. I'll give him that. The uppercut's going, right? The jab nicks the chin. Right, I'm not saying that it wasn't a bad strike to get hit with, but we're looking at it from that angle. And it just barely looks like it hurt. And he's even sort of controlling himself down to the mat. Like, did he try to control his head while he's going down to make sure that it doesn't hit the mat? Because that, again, would tell me that this is a guy who's trying to make sure he doesn't hurt himself anymore while he's pretending to fall down to the mat. Like, that was a beautiful counter. Clips his opponent. I don't know. Oh, this takes me back to, there's a Freakonomics study they did on sumo wrestlers who were conceding fights to their rivals to make sure that their, opponent gets a certain ranking after the person who conceded had already achieved that ranking. Because they have a thing... Oh, yep, she's feeling it. They have a thing where it's like you need to win a certain amount of fights in a tournament to achieve this certain rank and get this, well, not just prestige, but more pay and better status and everything that goes along with being a higher rank in any combat sport. So, like, one guy would be over the threshold. Let's say he's already won 8 fights, but the other guy has only won 6 fights. Right? I want to help him reach 7 so he gets over that threshold or whatever. So I'll lose. I still have my 8. He gets 7. And they did a bunch of studies on it. And the numbers were so consistent with, like, certain opponents conceding and losing on purpose just so their, fellow wrestler would get their spot, right? Like, I don't need to really explain that any more than I already have. But when I watch this, I'm like, really? And it's not like any surprise, like in combat sports, guys will throw in the towel if they, get paid to do it. But I don't know. I just never got that sense in Muay Thai. I always thought that, like, true to form Muay Thai was honest. And this just doesn't feel that way to me. What do you guys think? Do you think he really just gave up on that? Like, let's watch it back with the actual live version of it. We might get a bit of a different sense, because, when you're watching things back in slow motion, it doesn't always, have the same look and feel, obviously, as when it's actually happening. But here we are. I don't know. Like, maybe he was hurt beforehand. Miss. Countered. It doesn't seem like he's, fighting to lose. But that just does not, like, it's an awkward place to get hit. Maybe he hurt his throat. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Do you think he conceded on purpose? Do you think he was maybe paid off? Because that is such a weird way to lose. Oh, and he does hit his head pretty hard off the ground. That would be good faking it if he was, smashing his head off the ground like that. Yeah, but then he kind of just like, I'm going to sleep. He goes down, he's like, like, even look at his face. He hits the ground, he's like writhing in pain, and then suddenly he's like, and I'm going to sleep. Good night. He's seemed cognizant as he's going down, and then he hits the mat, and suddenly he goes to bed. And I'm knocked out. That, to me, gives me a lot of vibes like this was a bit of a fakery. Bit of a scam. I don't know. What do you guys think? I want to see it in the comments, because I'm not convinced one way or the other, but I'm leaning towards this being in the faking it territory. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time.